Hi, Judy from Witchpeace Craft. Welcome. Today's video, market prep. I have another market on the horizon to prep for. I don't have to wait till November. There is a local community market in first week of August. It's usually school holidays, and it is called Paws and Browse Market. Paws as in pet paws, and Silly Hair Day. So they've themed it. There'll be kids can bring their pets, and there'll be a pet parade, judging competition. Maybe a bit full on, but I am excited. I do enjoy the local community markets, and I like to support my local area. So I decided I'm likely to get a stall. I don't think it'll be a problem, and I'm going to start prepping now, even though it's probably 9-10 weeks away, so I don't have to binge make. But I came up with a new way, another strategy for prepping. What I decided I would do is I took out my list of sales from my last market, and I would prep according to how they sold. So what sold first, what sold second, all the way to the end. And that's what I've done. I haven't done the entire list. I'm going to do it in sections, but I've had a bit of a busy week. It's been a roller coaster of emotions and life, but I think it's finally leveling out, and I might explain next video what's been going on. It's not health, it's just life. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get on with what I have prepped. So my first sale was 2 tea towels in my higher price bracket. So I took out tea towels. I can't remember which ones I sold, but I took them from that bracket, and I made 2. I also got asked for more modern colors and darker colors. So in my high, I decided to make, and it's got fluff on it, some bath towels, which I've been asked for as with toppers. And I'm hoping lavender and purple is a modern color. And this one, which I found this week, this 2-pack, and it was a good price. There's one in the dark green and this stripe one. So I'm hoping this is a modern color, and I've done that one. They were my first 2 sales to one lady at my last market. Now, let me know what are considered modern kitchen colors to guide me with tea towel making, because I always have to make a few. So that's the first 2. My next sale at that market, of course, was another 2 tea towels. Won't be a moment. So those 2 were in my mid-price bracket, and I went rummaging and I made 2. And because I've been asked for threads, darker colors, and I find grey and red, or red and grey, is quite popular. So I made those 2. So they were my second sales at the last market. I've got notes because I don't forget. My third sale I was blown away with. I was really excited because I'd only made 1 the night before or the day before, and I sold 2 of them to one lady, and that was snakes. The little boys just wanted these snakes. So the one I made was similar to this, but this time I didn't have enough of this variegated yarn, so I did his head in this color, and I call him my copperhead snake. And he was about that. They were about that size, which seems to be popular. Now, what have I written down? The pattern I used is on YouTube. It's a tutorial. I can't pronounce her name. I use the subtitles to follow. I do one thing different. Where she does double crochets, I just do half double crochets. So it's single crochets and half double crochets, and that's how I get the curl. And this is popular. So I made this. This is just, that is the yarn I got from Big W when I was in Canberra. I wish there was more of it. It's really lovely to work with. I haven't seen it up here, and I don't see it on their website. And that's just mill ends. And the black is leftover Zaddy Craft. So that's a snake, and I made 2. Now I made this one. This is really soft. This is mill end yarn that I found. At the time I bought Tap Getting, then I bought 2 packets of it because it was on special. I really love the way it crochets up, especially for a snake. So with these ones, I sort of Used a 4.5 to 5 millimeter crochet hook, depending on whether I thought he was gappy. Now, I do embroider eyes because I sell my snakes usually to little ones 5 and under. I've never sold a snake to someone much older than that. And I'm really conscious of artificial eyes, and I think that's why they sell. The parents like the fact that they are safer for baby or toddlers. So 2 snakes, which were my 3rd sale at my last market. So then I thought, along with this, doing the sales, I'd do something, a new item or an item I haven't made for a long time. In my last video, I said I wanted to make the Big Fat Pig, which is a pattern by Crafty Chaos Emporium. Won't be a moment, I have to reach. So the first time I made it, which was probably a year ago when I first bought it and I took it to a market, I made it in this pink mill-end yarn that had a bit of white through it. And when the girl was buying it who loved it, I said, oh, it's called the Big Fat Pig. And the lady next to her went right off at me. Tore strips off me for calling it a fat pig. All the me too, you know, you can't say that about things. And the young girl who was 20-something buying it paid for it. And then she turned to this woman and said, get a life. And it sort of put me off making it. And I just said what the pattern was called. So here it is. It's Big Fat Pig, low sew by Crafty Chaos Emporium, available on her Etsy shop. Now remember, tutorials, patterns, any information I think you might want to follow up will be in the description below, links and what have you. I highly recommend this pattern. And I decided I really wanted to make it again because I enjoyed making it the first time. It's just that lady put me off making it. So I've made one. And he didn't turn out as big, mainly because of the yarn I used. I used this mill-end yarn, which everyone tells me is Bernay Mystical. I don't know. It's really soft. Now, he turned out smaller. What did I use? A 5 millimeter crochet hook. When you look at him, his head looks tilted. And I think it's because this ear is sewn lower down. Now, I was going to fix it, but Reeves and things said, no, leave it. It gives him character. He's not just a straight facing fat pig. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Should I undo this ear and put it back equal with this one? Or should I leave him? Does it give him a face of character? I really like this pattern. I would make it again. And I've decided I'm going to call him Francis Bacon. I can't call him Kevin Bacon because I have a member in my family who's called Kevin who would be offended if he thought he was a fat pig. So this is Francis Bacon, and when I get asked at the market, I'll just say he's Francis Bacon. But I will say pattern by Crafty Chaos Emporium on my ticket. It's really it's easy to make. The little trotters, probably my own fault because there is a rule. Don't do sewing at night when you're tired. The first time I put them on, the legs were too far apart and weren't right. And to get them undone, I actually destroyed one and had to make a 5th one. But he does stand up lovely and he's very cute. So let me know, should I fix his ear and put it further back, or should I leave him and just make him Francis Bacon with a bit of character? So that was my new item I made for this market. New old pattern that I've done before, but a new item. So that's my plan. I'll go through my sales list. I'll make the things I need to top up. I won't necessarily make things I don't want to make again or sell again. They took a while to sell at markets, but with this, and then I'll do a new item. So there'll be more market prep videos with items in it that may be new to you or what I sold. It's interesting to do it that way because it's like, wow, look what I sold in the first half of the day. Look what I sold in the second half. So with this market being called Paws, as in pet paws, and what did I say? Paws and Brows Market, plus, you know, Silly Hair Day. Thing and I were at a charity shop and he made a suggestion because he saw something for my hair. And he said, how about that? And I said, oh, they're a bit grotty. He said, I'll clean it up. I'll paint them a new color and you could have your hair like that. So when he does it, I'll show you, because he's obviously been sitting around when I've been watching something and said, that's who you can do for hair. And I was thinking for paws, I could do pets. And I came up with doing like a animal rescue area box and having pets in there. And one of the things I've been thinking about is the cats. I don't want loaf pets. I've got enough loaf cats and that sort of thing. But some people have shown little cats in beds or dogs in beds. So if you know how I can find that pattern or a link, please let me know in the comment below. Share the link, something like that. I have come up with an unusual pet. I'm going to do an adoption certificate. Reeves is going to design it for me, so it'll be mine. And I'll price the pets with the adoption certificate. They won't have to pay extra. They can pay extra if they buy something else and they want an adoption certificate for that item. But I thought I'd have, so you're supposed to try and theme your store. So I thought I'd have a section area like I did at Halloween, which they really liked, of rescue pets, and people can buy those. I want to aim for like a $15 to $18 price group. I don't want to go over $18 if I can. So if you know of any really good, cats are popular here in my area, and dogs, but usually really large dogs like Rottweilers and Great Danes and big Labradors. There's 2 Great Danes that walk up and down the road off our cul-de-sac that are like little horses. So yeah, I'm looking for patterns like that. Either email me or put the link in the description below and let me know. Do you think it's a good idea to have an area to theme my store rescue, animal rescue adoption area, and I'll box it or something, I'll dress it up, and the kids or parents can buy an animal and with an adoption certificate that Reeves said he would design for me. Anyway, that's it. I haven't done a lot this week because of the roller coaster of life. I'll let you know next week. It's not a health issue. It's more a work-related issue. And I did receive a massive apology on Friday because the chairman realized that what was said was really offensive, and it was probably not intended that way, but that he must have thought about it and said, I am really, really sorry if it made you feel that way, because we really value you. So that was a big tick. And then I found out on the Friday morning this market was on. I didn't have to wait till November for a market. Yeah, things have been picking up since Friday, some on a high. The only thing today is the weather is wet, which is really unusual this time of year. And we're a bit housebound because once we get to the main highway, one lane is closed, because today in Cairns is the big Ironman competition, and they close one lane of the highway. It's like a triathlon, swimming, running, cycling, and they cycle down the highway back to the finish line, and so they have to close a lane. It's lots of police and that, but I say we're housebound because I can't be bothered waiting for all that cyclists to go through and queuing up. I'm not very patient that way. But having said that, this event brings a lot of money into our area. People from all over the world come to compete in it. From down south, it brings a lot of tourism dollars, a lot of money. So I can't complain. Just that it's wet and drizzly and a bit humid, which isn't very pleasant. But I can always sit and craft and plan my menu for dinners for the week. Anyway, guys, until next time, I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think of Copper and Sammy, my Sammy snakes. I really like making these snakes. I don't know why. They're hard on my hands. I can make one in a night. It takes me about 2.5 hours now that I know what I'm doing. And then I put the face on the next day because my hands ache. Anyways, stay safe, stay well, and let me know if you know of any little pet items I can make for my animal rescue area for my next market. Bye for now.